Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling probably one of the most nerve-wracking moments in any negotiation.
That first offer? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
When do you make it? When do you hold back?
Mm.
Because that first number, it really does become the anchor point for the whole discussion.
It's a huge decision. And look, a lot of folks think the most confident person, maybe the bravest, should just go first.
Hmm.
But based on some really solid strategic thinking, like what's outlined in Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabone, it's not really about guts.
It's about strategy.
It's about specific information. Our mission today is really to pin down those exact conditions, the strategic moments when going first is actually, safe and smart because you've done your homework.
Okay, let's jump right in then. What are the big mistakes people make? I mean, we often hear just be confident or go in strong to show them who's boss, but the sources say that's, well, not enough.
Not nearly enough. Just feeling completely sure of yourself. That's frankly dangerous if it's not backed by knowledge. Confidence without knowing the other side's constraints. That's how you make a terrible first offer.
How so? Give me an example.
Well, imagine you put out a number that feels perfect for your business case, really well researched from your perspective, but, you had no idea they have, say, a strict budget cap mandated by their board, or maybe some legal restriction you didn't know about.
Ah, so your perfect offer is just impossible for them from the get-go. DOA, dead on arrival.
Precisely. You wasted that first mover chance. And that ties into the other common pitfall. Trying to, impose your position just to seem tough or anchor high.
Right, setting an aggressive opening bid.
Yeah, but often that doesn't anchor the deal favorably. It just anchors tension. It makes the other side immediately defensive, maybe even hostile. It shuts down collaboration before you've even really started talking properly.
So being assertive only works if it's like strategically sound, based on facts.
Exactly. Which brings us to the two core conditions where making the first move does give you a real tactical edge. It's all about information.
Okay, what's the first one?
Condition one. You can make an effective first offer if you know the opposite party's margin for maneuver.
Margin for maneuver. So like how much wiggle room they actually have.
Exactly. You understand their limits. How far can they realistically stretch on price or timeline or maybe scope before they absolutely have to walk away? What are their red lines?
Okay, that makes sense. If you know their range, you can drop an anchor that's advantageous for you, but still inside their acceptable zone. You're not just guessing.
Right. You're framing the negotiation based on solid intel, maximizing your position without asking for something they simply can't deliver. It turns it from a gamble into a calculated move.
Got it. So that's knowing their limits. What's condition two?
Condition two builds on that. It's making the first move if you already know the opposite party's proposal.
Wait, hang on. If I already know what they're probably going to offer, maybe I've seen their previous bids or done market research, why wouldn't I just let them say it first? Doesn't going first kind of show my hand?
But think about the anchoring effect again. If you know their likely proposal is, say, unfavorable to you, letting them state it first makes that the anchor. That's the starting point everyone now reacts to.
Okay, I see.
But if you go first, knowing what they were likely to propose, you seize control. You set a new anchor, one that's more favorable to you. You essentially preempt their position before they can even put it on the table.
So you shift the whole starting point of the conversation. It's about controlling the frame.
Precisely. It shows preparation and allows you to guide the discussion from a stronger position right away.
Okay, so the big picture here is making the first offer isn't inherently good or bad. It's high risk unless you possess that critical information, either knowing their limits or knowing their likely play.
That's the core insight. It's about moving from just reacting to proactively shaping the negotiation because you have the knowledge. Strategic anchoring isn't about being loud or confident. It's about being informed.
It really comes down to preparation, doesn't it? That knowledge is your power.
Absolutely.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. For your next negotiation, are you really digging into that crucial data, their potential range, their likely stance, or are you mostly just banking on your own optimism and hoping things work out?
It's a critical question to ask yourself. And for anyone wanting to dive deeper into this strategic framework, especially within project contexts, we really recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabone.